Dear students, welcome to our channel Physics for Beginners. Dear students, today first we take shortcut review on last 5 lectures. In last 5 lectures, first we study what is meant by ideal simple pendulum. Then we define practical simple pendulum and some terms related to simple pendulums. After that, we consider motion of simple pendulum as a linear HHM in a restricted condition, that is amplitude of oscillation of simple pendulum is small, then it performs linear simple harmonic motion. And from this we find value of acceleration per unit displacement, and then we substitute in the period t is equal to 2 pi divided by in the square root of acceleration per unit displacement, and so we get t is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. Also from period of simple pendulum, we studied 4 laws of simple pendulums. After that, we study angular simple harmonic motions. We define angular simple harmonic motion by using the studied definition of linear simple harmonic motion. By taking the analogous quantities in a linear motion and rotational motion, so it is simply defined by using this analogy. We also explain angular simple harmonic motion by using the examples of a torsional pendulum. In torsional pendulum, we also obtain its period. Again, we take second example to explain angular simple harmonic motion, that is bar magnet vibrating in uniform magnetic field, and its period t is equal to 2 pi square root of I divided by mu b. So students, today we have to study all 5 videos in a single video. So this is a 5-in-1 video, and we have to study by comparing between linear simple harmonic motion and angular simple harmonic motion. So dear students, first we study linear simple harmonic motion. First we define linear simple harmonic motion, then we have to study differential equation. Again we have to study period of linear HHM, and then we have to consider 2 examples of it, that is motion of simple pendulum, and new example is spring mass oscillator. So students, we start with definition of linear simple harmonic motion. So you are already studied linear simple harmonic motion, the linear periodic motion of the body in which force, that is the restoring force, or acceleration always directed toward the mean position, and its magnitude directly proportional to displacement from the mean position. Or you can also define like this: linear simple harmonic motion is a linear periodic motion. It is the linear periodic motion of the body in which force or acceleration directly proportional to displacement from the mean position and its direction always opposite to direction of linear displacement from the mean position. So linear simple harmonic motion, it is a linear periodic motion of the body in which force, that is the restoring force, or linear acceleration directly proportional to displacement from mean position. So here we write F proportional to x. F is a restoring force, x is a linear displacement from mean position. Since force is a vector quantity, so we have to also denote what is its direction. So direction of linear displacement, direction of force, that is the restoring force, is opposite to displacement from the mean position. So linear simple harmonic linear periodic motion in which force directly proportional to displacement from mean position and its direction is opposite to displacement from the mean position, so shown by negative sign. Now we have to consider differential equation of linear simple harmonic motion. Here you already studied F directly proportional to minus x. So this is a variation. So yeah, from this variation we have to write its equation. So F is equal to minus kx. F directly proportional to minus x. So F is equal to minus kx. F is equal to minus kx. Again, by using Newton's second law, that is force is equal to mass into acceleration. In a symbol, F is equal to m into small a. So by using definition of linear HHM, by using Newton's second law of motion, so F is equal to mass into acceleration, and you know that what is acceleration? It is a rate of change of velocity with respect to time. What is velocity? It is a rate of change of displacement, that is x, with respect to time. And so acceleration can be represented by, that is a represented by d2x upon a dt square, and this is equal to minus kx. So from the Newton's second law, F is equal to m into d2x upon dt square. From the definition, F is equal to minus kx. So you can write m into d2x upon dt square is equal to minus kx. Now divide both sides by m. So here we divide by m. Here we also divide by m, and so this m get cancelled. So what is the remaining? d2x upon dt square. d2x upon dt square is equal to minus k by m into x. So here we write d2x upon dt square is equal to minus k by m into x. Shift this term on the left hand side, so we get d2x upon dt square plus k by m into x is equal to 0. Here substitute k by m is equal to omega square, so we get d2x upon dt square plus omega square x is equal to 0. This equation is a differential equation of linear SHM. Again, d2x upon dt square represent acceleration. When we bring this x term on this side, so we get d2x upon dt square by x. So here it is a acceleration divided by displacement, so it is a acceleration, linear acceleration per unit displacement, and its value in magnitude is equal to k by m. Acceleration per unit displacement is very important while you finding period of any motion of linear simple harmonic motion. Let us see the period of linear SHM. T is equal to 2 pi upon omega, and here we already obtain omega is equal to k by m. So substitute the value of omega. T is equal to 2 pi divided by in the square root what instead of omega, k by m. So T is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of k by m. But we know that f is equal to kx, so k is equal to f by x. Substitute value of k is f by x divided by m. So T is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of f by x divided by m. According to Newton's second law of motion, f is equal to ma. So T is equal to 2 pi divided by in square root of put value of f is equal to ma divided by m into x or xm. So this m get cancelled. So T is equal to square root of a by x. What is a by x? A by x is a is acceleration. What is x? Displacement. So what is a by x? Acceleration per unit displacement. Linear acceleration per unit linear displacement. And this value of, when we substitute the value of acceleration per unit displacement, we can easily find period of any motion which explain linear simple harmonic motion. So dear friends, today we take the example of simple pendulum. We already studied in detail. That is very important to study in detail for your bright future. Don't think temporarily. Think very long. Think about your future. So when we consider simple pendulum, what is simple pendulum? Very simple. A heavy spherical bob suspended by light inextensible flexible string from the rigid support so as to oscillate in a single vertical plane is called as simple pendulum. We also studied when amplitude of oscillation of simple pendulum is very small, it performs linear simple harmonic motion. Here we consider amplitude of oscillation is very small, so this theta is small. So theta is small, so it is a vector quantity. So angular displacement is equal to arc divided by radius. Arc represent here displacement, radius represent length of simple pendulum. So when this bob is in displaced position, different forces acting on the bob of simple pendulum. One is tension T dash along the string toward the point of suspension, and the second force is weight of the bob, that is gravitational force acting on the bob vertically downward direction, and so it is equal to mg. You are already studied in detail why this mg resolved into two component, T dash is not resolved into two component. So this mg weight of the bob resolved into two component, and here for simplicity we consider rectangular components of the vectors. When vectors in the plane, we consider three rectangular components. When it is a plane, we consider only two components, rectangular components of a vector. So this vector mg resolved into two component, that is mg cos theta opposite to the tension. So tension T dash balanced by mg cos theta, and perpendicular to this mg cos theta is mg sin theta. Here theta is small, so sin theta is equal to theta, and you already studied theta is equal to what? X divided by L. So value of mg sin theta, f is equal to minus mg sin theta is equal to minus mg. Put value of theta x by L. According to the Newton's second law, f is equal to ma. So equate minus mgx divided by L is equal to ma. So this m get cancelled. What we have to obtain? Acceleration divided by displacement. So when this term goes to here, a by x, so a by x, so what will get here? G by L. The value of from this equation we get a by x is equal to G by L. What we studied? When we know the value of acceleration per unit displacement, we can easily find period of that motion. So what is the period of simple pendulum now? T is equal to 2 pi upon omega is equal to 2 pi upon square root of acceleration per unit displacement. What is the value of acceleration per unit displacement? It is L, G divided by L. So T is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of acceleration per unit displacement, that is G by L, is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. So once you know this value from that motion, we can find period for that motion. So simple pendulum perform linear simple harmonic motion when amplitude is small, and then from that we find easily period of simple pendulum. Dear friends, today we have to take another new example that explain linear simple harmonic motion, that is spring mass oscillator. What is spring mass oscillator? There is a spring, there is a mass, there is some substance that have mass. So we take block of mass m, we take the spring. So here take a block of mass m. This block of mass m suspended from this rigid support with the help of this spring. So one end of the spring tied to block, another free end of the spring fixed to rigid support. When this block is pulled downwards, when we apply the force in downward direction, before applying the force, the block remains in this position, so it is a equilibrium position. Equilibrium position. This is equilibrium position. When we pull this block, this spring get extended, but the spring has property of modulus of rigidity. So when we remove the external force, due to this restoring force in the spring, it is developed in the mass, that is in the block, and so this block perform linear simple harmonic motion because this point is move up and down in a straight line. So spring mass oscillator perform linear simple harmonic motion. Dear students, by taking these 5 points, what are the 5 points here? D, D, P, SP, SM, O. So what is the D? D for define. What is the D? Second D, differential equation. P, P for period, and SP for simple pendulum, and SMO spring mass oscillator. By remembering this point, we have to study in simple manner of the angular simple harmonic motion. You already studied that we make definition of angular simple harmonic motion from linear simple harmonic motion. What is angular simple harmonic motion? Angular simple harmonic motion is a oscillatory periodic motion. Angular simple harmonic motion is oscillatory periodic motion in which torque or angular acceleration directly proportional to angular displacement, and this angular acceleration is opposite to angular displacement. Such a motion is called as angular simple harmonic motion. So in angular simple harmonic motion, it is a oscillatory periodic motion. This is a linear periodic motion. Linear SHM is linear periodic motion. So instead of this word, what we have to use? Oscillatory periodic motion. In linear motion, we consider force. Here we have to consider torque. In linear motion, we consider linear acceleration. Here we have to consider angular acceleration. Here we take displacement, linear displacement. Here we have to take angular displacement. So we define angular simple harmonic motion is a oscillatory periodic motion of the body in which torque or angular acceleration directly proportional to angular displacement. So tau directly proportional to theta, and its direction is opposite to angular displacement. So we write tau directly proportional to minus theta, and from this we can write equation of variation. So tau is equal to minus c theta, just like f is directly proportional to minus x. So we write f is equal to minus kx. Tau directly proportional to theta, minus theta. So tau is equal to minus c theta. Here we consider force from Newton's second law, but you are studied in rotational motion, torque related to moment of inertia of the rotating body. So torque is equal to I alpha. Torque is equal to I alpha. Here f is equal to minus kx. Instead of f, which quantity we have to take? Tau. F is equal to minus kx is equal to m into a. Instead of mass, what is the analogous quantity? I. Instead of linear acceleration, What is the analogous quantity? Angular acceleration. So torque is equal to I alpha. So we get two equation. One equation, torque is equal to minus c theta, and the second equation is torque is equal to I alpha. From these two equation we similarly find differential equation of angular HHM. In linear simple harmonic motion, what we will get? F is equal to minus kx, F is equal to ma. So we get this differential equation. Here torque is equal to minus c theta and torque is equal to I alpha. What is alpha here? Alpha is a angular acceleration. What is angular acceleration? Angular acceleration is the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time. What is angular velocity? Angular velocity is the rate of change of angular displacement with respect to time. So you can write alpha is equal to d2 theta upon dt square. So therefore torque is equal to I alpha is equal to I into d2 theta upon dt square, and from this definition torque is equal to minus c theta. So d2 theta upon dt square, so divide by I on both sides. So we divide this by I, this by I, so I get cancelled. So d2 theta upon dt square is equal to minus c divided by I into theta. So d2 theta upon dt square, this is a minus term, we have to bring whole term on the left hand side. So we get d2 theta upon dt square plus c divided by I into theta is equal to 0. So this represent differential equation of angular HHM. In the same sense, in linear simple harmonic motion we obtain linear acceleration per unit displacement to find the period. Here we have to also obtain angular acceleration per unit angular displacement to find period of angular HHM. So from this, what is the value of angular acceleration per unit angular displacement? d2 theta upon dt square is equal to c divided by I into theta in magnitude. Therefore d2 theta upon dt square divided by theta is equal to c divided by I. So value of angular acceleration per unit displacement is equal to c divided by I. So we can easily find period of simple harmonic motion or period of angular simple harmonic motion. So t is equal to 2 pi divided by, just here we write for linear motion t is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of linear acceleration per unit linear displacement. So similar to that or analogous to that quantity, t is equal to 2 pi divided by in the square root of angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. And the value of angular acceleration per unit displacement is c divided by I. So 2 pi divided by square root of c divided by I is equal to 2 pi into square root of I by c. So this is a period in case of angular HHM. Now in order to explain the concept of angular simple harmonic motion, we studied the example of torsional pendulum. You already studied in torsional pendulum. In torsional pendulum, the metallic disc centrally attached by the metal wire and this suspended from rigid support with the help of this metal wire. So in torsional pendulum, disc centrally attached to the metal wire and it is suspended from rigid support. When this disc is twisted, due to this twisting, the shape of the wire, metal wire also changes. Initially it is a cylindrical, it's a shape changing. So this wire has property of modulus of rigidity. It try to regain its original shape, so it come to its original position by rotating. So this disk is also rotating. So when this disk is twisted through small angle theta and it is released, this disk performs which motion? Partly in anti-clockwise motion, partly in clockwise motion. Such a type of motion is an example of angular simple harmonic motion. And here we also studied torque is equal to I alpha is equal to minus c theta. Therefore alpha divided by theta is equal to minus c divided by I. So in magnitude, what we write? Alpha divided by theta is equal to c divided by I. That is angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. So period is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. So substitute this value c divided by I. So we get t is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of c divided by I. So in simple form, t is equal to 2 pi into square root of I by c. This is the period of torsional pendulum. Again we consider the second example to explain angular simple harmonic motion. So for this we take a magnet which suspended in uniform magnetic field. When the bar magnet suspended in uniform magnetic field in the plane of uniform magnetic field, the bar magnet when it is in the direction of magnetic field, when this bar magnet is in the direction of magnetic field, what will happen? Force acting on the north pole along the direction of field, magnetic field, force acting on the south pole opposite to the direction of magnetic field. So force acting on north pole is Fn. Fn is equal to positive mb and Fs is equal to minus mb. These two forces acting at two different points but along the same line passing through center of mass. So resultant force is 0. And so this bar remains in equilibrium. But when this bar magnet displaced through some angle by rotating it, so force acting on the north pole is Fn is equal to positive mb along the direction of magnetic field. Force acting on the south pole opposite to direction of magnetic field, so Fs is equal to minus mb. And these two forces acting equal in opposite direction, but what will happen here? These forces not along the same line, it is not passing through the center, and so the bar magnet is oscillate about their mean position. When this bar magnet is released, due to couple acting on the bar magnet, it perform rotational motion. Now we have to find torque. What is torque? Torque is equal to I alpha, we already studied, and this torque is equal to R cross F. Here R is the distance between two pair of force, that is called as moment arm. The bar magnet rotated through this angle theta, so this angle is theta and this length is 2L sin theta, where 2L is a magnetic length, you are already studied. So value of moment arm is 2L sin theta. Value of force acting on at any pole in magnitude is mb. So torque is equal to minus 2L sin theta into mb, but 2 into m into L is equal to mu, that is magnetic dipole moment of the magnet. And so torque is equal to I alpha is equal to minus mu b theta, instead of sin theta Here we take only theta because theta is very small. So sin theta is nearly equal to theta. So from this we can obtain the value of alpha divided by theta. Alpha divided by theta means what? Angular acceleration per unit angular displacement. Why we have to find this? To find period of magnet vibrating in uniform magnetic field. So alpha divided by theta is equal to mu b divided by I in magnitude. So what is the period of magnet? T is equal to 2 pi divided by square root of alpha by theta. Substitute value of alpha by theta mu b divided by I. So by put the value of alpha divided by theta and simplify, T is equal to 2 pi divided by I divided by square root of mu b. Here we studied all 5 videos in a single videos. That is, we use the technique of shortcut. But dear students, there is no way for highly success in shortcut. So always try to study in detail. You have to keep awareness about your future so that you can go through details. Please try to study hard. Repeat it in a regular interval of time so that you have got the confidence. All the best.